Good afternoon everyone and welcome to another Andrew McWilliam Club 100 video. This time we're in North Wales for round number 2 of the Club 100 Sprint Championship at GYG. Now, most people think that GYG stands for Glan y Gors, but it doesn't. It actually stands for Go Yusuf Go. However, as I, Yusuf, am not racing, I've decided to give Andrew an honorary Y name, which is of course Yandrew McWilliam. So we're going to be sitting on board with Yandrew, and as always in these videos, we're going to be praising Andrew, but most importantly, we're going to be making a mockery out of him for, well, however long this video is. So sit back and enjoy the ride. I would also like to apologize for how long it's taken me to edit this video. As a racing driver, number 1 is the most important number in the world. But sometimes in life, you realize that maybe number 2 is better than number 1. So for the first heat of the day, here is the grid. Ewan Thomas starts on pole with Charlie Walmsley ride in second. Us, Yandrew McWilliam, are in third ahead of Callum Martin. Then is Alex forward, who, let's be honest, will be going backwards. Owen Seeley in 6th, followed by Jack Woodward. Harrison Kirkham, the other C1 driver, in 8th. Then is Jake Chapman. Vishal Patel was actually quite quick. I raced against him in the SP60. Jake Saunders, Walter Stoltz, Clifton Malcolm, Lewis Hills, Aidan George Sr., Ben Brewerton, and Joe Milburn. Also, I'd like to apologise to Alex Forward. If you're watching this, I've got no idea who you are, and I'm sorry that the first interaction you've ever had with me is an insult. But anyway, we're ready to go racing, and we're starting behind Ewan Thomas. He's a guy with his fun green helmet. So let's see how we get going. We're glued to the back of Ewan, and that is most certainly a jump start from Charlie Walmsley ride, because, well, we're still in third, but Ewan has dropped down into second, and we've got someone on our outside as well. Go on, give Ewan a little push, and this should allow us to move up into... Why is my guy braking on a straight? Ewan, it's a race. Let's overtake people. Anyway, we're in third. It's chill. Yandrew knows what he's doing. We're going to, like, absolutely catch these guys up. We're going to overtake. Andrew's probably getting... sorry, Andrew? Who's that? Yandrew's probably getting a little bit worried because Harrison's in this race, and he's like, right, we need to get past these randos before Harrison catches up. And just look at how much we catch heading down the hill. It's absolutely glorious. You don't want to hit that curb, Andrew. I'm going to be honest, this race got a little bit boring. So here's a compilation of Andrew missing apexes, going for moves that he shouldn't have gone for, and not going for moves that he should have gone for. Wow, well that was a montage and a half. Anyway, heading down into the carousel, Ewan's looking for a move on Charlie. That's going to allow us to close in. We're going to get a switchback. Go on, Yandrew, send it. Yeah, that's the stuff. Straight up the inside. Job done, up into second place, which effectively means we are now leading the race because Charlie almost definitely has a penalty, as we're going to miss a few more apexes. Never mind. Yandrew, you never learn, do you? You never learn. This is why you should have watched my Club 100 video beforehand, and then you would have known all of the apexes that you should have been hitting. But we've now closed in onto Charlie. That didn't take long because Yandrew, of course, has the pace. Charlie goes in way too hot, and we go right into the back of him, and now we're too far back going on. Yandrew, come on. You know what? I think I've realized it, guys. I think Yandrew is just allergic to first halves of seasons. He's always got to, like, show up big in the second half and, like, gain that massive improvement. As we're going a bit defensive, which I think means that there is someone right behind us. So we're going to take a defensive line really late onto the brakes, and we get a better run than Charlie. See, Andrew? I knew you had it in you. I knew you had it. And I'm just trying to think, where do we go for the move? Do we just sit behind him? Or actually, we're going to go for the sender. Yeah, boy. That's the kind of overtake we like to see in Club 100. Juicy stuff. We take the lead, and let's see how long is left in this race as we round the final corner. Oh, it's the final lap of the race. Let's go. Free victory for us, and we'll just skip forward to the end of the race as we take the victory ahead of Harrison Kirkham. So we got that overtake done just in time to secure the first victory of the day. So it's time for our second heat, and this is a stat heat and a half. We've got Dan Seeger starting on pole, Dante Dillon alongside him, then it's Jake Wilkins, Callum Martin, Ewan Thomas, ourselves, Andrew McWilliam in 6th, Jake Woodward, Edmund Yaxley Aguilar, ooh, fancy Spanish name, Mo Hassan in 9th, Noah Lockwood, and we don't care about the rest. So let's get ready to go racing. It's going to be very, very important for us that we get past the C2s on the second row of the grid so that we can catch up and fight the two Dans of Dan and Dante. Actually, I never realized that. It is two Dans. But anyway, we're on the outside of the grid. The outside is an absolute pain in the bum. So let's get a good start. Oh, we give it a little bit of nice pushing. Dan and Dante are 2 abreast. They're going to become 3 abreast as well. And let's see what we can do as Callum Martin tries to get involved. We're on the outside. Dante decides to go grass karting. See ya, sayonara, buddy. Don't know what you're doing, as that's I think that's a green helmet of Ewan going through, and we've dropped a few positions because we couldn't get to the inside, and now we're on the outside into that carousel. That's just going to be bad. There's Dante getting back past us. He's going to make us go grass karting as well. I wonder if Andrew got paid for cutting the grass and be like, yeah, here's a $5, thank you for cutting the lawn. We're going to send it up the inside, but it's too late to go for the move, so we're going to have to slot in behind whoever this random Bobby guy is, and we're going to get a nice exit out of the final corner. We're going to tuck into the slipstream. Did Andrew lift? Well, if he did lift, we managed to get a really good run on the straight. We're going to get alongside, so I guess I've got to take it back. Great decision from Andrew McWilliam to go for that, to go for the lift, to get the run out of turn 1 and zoom past him on the straight. Big zoom moment as it's looking like it's getting wait, 1, 2, oh wait, I can't count past 3. 1, 2, 3. I can't even see the carts there so far. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What's 3 times 3 is 6. So we're in 6th. Okay, we're going to go up the inside. Oh, you know what? That actually would have been a great overtake if Mr. White Helmet wasn't in our way. Like, really, really disrespectful of Mr. White Helmet to put himself in the way of what was an absolutely amazing send. And now we've lost more time. Come on, Yandru. Get your stuff together, buddy. Like, come on. You ain't the champion for nothing. Like, you got to make some moves. Send this guy. Absolutely send him. Send him from... Okay, it's a good thing he didn't send him because he outbroke himself and went wide. And if Andrew had hit him, then he would have got a penalty because that guy would have been like, oh, Yandru hit me. That's why I went wide, even though he was going to go wide by himself, because that's what racing drivers do. They mess up and they want to blame other people. Oh, he looked at me and his eyesight bent the laws of physical reflection of light magma amplification. And that caused my tire rims to overheat and the tires to bubble, which made me go wide. And then you get a 20 place penalty for it, and you lose the race. So it's a good thing Yandru didn't optically stare at the light refraction index of his tire dust cover gauge. And while those were words, that guy's grass karting. Whoa, that looked fun. He's pointing at his helmet. He's, look, my head's still on my shoulders, guys. Woohoo! I promise I'm not high while I'm recording this. Anyway, we're going to give a nice little push on Mo, who pushes Dante. We're going to go up the inside of Mo. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Yandru's putting in some laps right now. Go on, Dante. Show Yandru how to go for it. Okay, don't show Yandru how to go for it then. That's not how you want to do it, kids. You know what? I appreciate Dante having a sniff, but then he was like, ugh, moldy bread. We don't want to eat that. We want to eat some fresh toasted bread with Nutella and some slices of banana, maybe some icing sugar as well. Oh, Yandru, let's go. Round the outside of Dante, Dylan through the... Okay, never mind. Dante held it. Yandru, you idiot. Now we've lost the position to Mo as well. See, this is... Yandru, you got to get your head together, right? You get too angry, buddy. Don't get angry. Be happy. Always be happy in the car. Oh, okay, like, if I got overtaken by that rando, I would have been upset as well. I don't know who that is, but I would have been upset too if I got overtaken again. But yeah, we need to work with Dante. I know you beat Dante to the championship last year. Good send on Mo. But you have to work with him sometimes. Anyway, we get past Mo. So now we have to try to catch up to Dante. So, ooh, that's a nice little bit of curb being taken. Anyway, we got a good run. And we're right on the back of Mr. Jake Wilkins. Oh, we get squeezed onto the grass. Oh, we can see the hand being raised. Let's have an instant replay of that hand. Oh, straight up into the air. That was absolutely excellent form of hand raising from Andrew McWilliams there. Andrew McWilliams. I think we can give that a 9.5 out of 10 for that. The other 0.5 could have come from raising the hand a little bit higher. Well, our gymnastics of hand raising is over. It's time for the gymnastics of catapulting, pole vaulting, pommel horsing past Jake Wilkins. Oh, we've got the run. Go on, do what Dante couldn't do. Yeah, barge him out of the way. What a move. Actually, hang on. Stop the recording. We are going to have a little look. Let's get that screen grab frame thing up. At the apex, we weren't fully alongside. Naughty, Andrew. What about on the turn in? Not really alongside, poking the nose. I've got to be honest. Yeah, Andrew, I can't believe I'm saying this, but that's a dirty move. And that's coming from me. Like, you know, if I'm saying it's a dirty move, that's like, you practically killed the guy. Like, you might as well, you know, done a funeral service for him. That's how bad. Oh, yeah. That's penalty worthy. Andrew got away without a penalty. So, remember, Andrew, when you next get a penalty and it was not deserved, that's what it's for. Okay, so you've had a bit of luck going your way. Now, let's try to catch Dante. We didn't catch Dante, and there's the checkered flag. We end up finishing in 4th position, well, 5th position, but Dante had a penalty, so we are promoted up to 4th. So we take a 1st and a 4th for our first 2 heats of the day, and it's time to move on to heat number 4. A number. So here we go for heat number 3. Owen Seeley's on pole, followed by William Henn. Then there is Christopher Powell-Taylor, followed by Ben Sanders, Dan Hackett, Adam Sheargold, and then Andrew McWilliam starting in 7th place. Yeah. We're on the inside this time. Also, hang on. Owen Seeley starts on pole with William Henn in 2nd. Yeah, your fault for having a name after a chicken. Anyway, it's time to go racing, and we're going to hack through the field like Hackett hacks through his name. Sorry, guys, the jokes are really bad today. I'd apologize, but I already did apologize. Anyway, just deal with it. So let's go racing. We're on the inside. Inside is good, and guys, I think we might have a bad car. Wow. Oh my god, this car is horrendous. I saw on the notes from Andrew that this car was the worst car he's ever driven. So you know what? We're just going to load people off the circuit. Why? You know what? Yeah, penalty for loading, but you don't deserve a penalty because this car looks absolutely atrocious. Oh my god! Bye, Christopher! Andrew, are you sure you're pressing the accelerator? There's no way a Club 100 car can be this bad. Wow! This is almost as bad as my Rissington car. No, my Sheddington car. Right, let's see how far these guys pull away from us on the straight. I'm so excited to see this. Okay, maybe the car was just cold. It seems to be doing okay now. But that first lap, it was horrendous. It was so bad on the first lap. This lap, it's looked okay so far. Oh, Christopher, don't want to do that. We've got a good run. Go on, send him. Pansy. Anyway, we are in 5th place. And actually, you know what? Yandru's being sensible. See, race 1, Yandru was just like a scared little cat. Then he was just like an aggressive Rottweiler. And now he's being just sensible. Oh, Christopher tapping a Kircone. A Kirkham. That's what we should call cones on curbs now. A Kirkham. Anyway, here we go then through turn 1. Okay, we missed the apex by a little bit, so that'll affect our speed by a tiny amount. Oh, okay, to be fair, we lost a lot on the straight, but Christopher is right in the slipstream, so I don't know. Go on, push him out wide, Yeah, we've got a nice run on Ben Sanders. Yeah, okay, it's not horrendously bad at the moment, but it is bad because we got a good run through that kink and we still lost time. I think it is drivable. It's not like the worst thing I've ever seen. Like that Snell from Turbo was definitely quicker than... was definitely quicker than this car, I think. So, yeah, this car is slower than a... Wait, that's not the direction I wanted to go with this joke. But anyway, let's see how it... Oh my god, that's so bad! I keep flip-flopping between how bad this car is and then trying to, like, justify the car. No, but look at the brakes. Okay, so the brakes are clearly amazing on this car. Definitely nothing to do with driver skill. All to do with better brake craft on the carts. We should have, like, braking competitions in Club 100. Like, you've got to drive up the straight and then press your brakes and see who can bring their car to a stop the quickest. That would be so much fun. When we see who's got the best braking skills of everyone in Club 100. Like, genuinely, that would be amazing. Anyway, rant over and skipping forward to this corner as Christopher Powell-Taylor goes up the inside of Hackett. Yeah, there we go. Goes up the inside of Mr. Hackett, and we can't really find any way through. Yandru, it's time to unleash the secret technique. When the stewards aren't looking, give Ben a little push and make him go wide. And then you can go up his inside. Yeah, like that. You did the laser eye optical illusion trick and made him go wide. Fantastic stuff. That's our little... And then he misses the apex. Yandru, can you hit your apexes? For God's sake, they're not people. They don't have feelings. Yandru's just such a nice guy. He doesn't like hitting things. But skipping forward once again, Christopher Powell-Taylor's going up the inside of Owen Seeley. A bit of contact between them. This is going to bring Yandru McWilliam on the slow kart into play. Oh, we're going to get a nice switch back. Oh, Christopher's gone a little bit wide. Oh, we're going to get around the outside. Let's go up into P3. That's what we like to see. Now we just need to make sure Christopher can't get back past us. And then we should be all lovely and happy. And I think we're probably going to be heading on to the final lap of the race. So we won't do any more cuts. We'll watch to the end of this race. As no, we're not on the final lap, so let's skip. Oh, no, Hackett's pointing forward. He's saying, let's work together. And I'm just going to say, Yandru was able to give this guy a push on the straight, so the car can't be awful. It's just awful. Take the curb, Yandru! Mein Gott, Mutter sein. I can't speak German, and I can't pronounce German words either. And I won't try. Well, I already have tried, so I will try. And yeah! Anyway, we're still in third. We're going to stick with these two up ahead. Will we be able to go for... Well, maybe we could go for a move if we weren't missing every single apex known to mankind, Yandru. I hope for the A final, Yandru learned how to hit apexes. Anyway, we've got a nice toe. We're going to gain. We're not going to gain by a lot. Mainly because Yandru isn't sitting fully in the slipstream. Ooh, we almost went for the send, but Hackett's going to keep it tight. Smart play from Mr. Hackett, and we're not going to take the curb. Dan's going to go defensive. We're going to look to get a nice run through the corner. But we missed the switchback. I think we had a little bit of a push from behind, probably from Mr. Powell Taylor, but we hold on to third place. We're taking a very wide line. Too far back to go for the send into this hairpin, and we're just going to have to sit behind and, you know, miss another apex, maybe go for a send. No, we're too far back. So we will come across the line to take third position. So here we go then for the A final. Rory O'Regan and Harrison Kirkham on the front row of the grid. Then it's Cruz Speakman, I was calling him Cruz during the broadcast, and Miles Reitman on the second row of the grid. Then it's Sam Lovelace, followed by Andrew McWilliam in 6th position, and we don't care about anyone else. Also, actually, no, to be fair, we should mention that we've got like Dan Seeger and Fraser Brunton in 10th and 11th. Also, Dante Dillon down in 17th place, so maybe we'll have to watch out for them later on into the race, as we are pretty much ready to go racing. We are on the outside of the grid. I did say on the broadcast my money for the race win was Miles Reitman, so let's see if my prediction comes true. But Yandrew, if he can learn how to hit apexes, he'll be very, very quick. And can we hit the back of Miles? Yes, we can. But Miles gets a really bad start. He's going to move to the inside straight away. We're on the outside. Can we get a good run? Well, not good enough to stay ahead of Sam, but we can tuck in over to the inside. And there's going to be lots of pushing going on into the kink. And then we're going to head into the hairpin as we try to follow Sam through. We're going to give him a nice little pushy. To make him go faster, of course. We're trying to help Sam. We're not pushing our way fast, but we're on the outside. Sam's on the inside. Can we slam the door on Harrison? No, we cannot. So we are going to be in 1, 2, 3. And remember, I can't count past 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 2 3s. That means we're in 4th position for this race currently. And Harrison is obviously in 3rd. So... Oh, go on, Harrison! What a... See, Andrew? That's how you pull off sends. That was beautiful. So I expect to see one of those... Oh. Do we have a dud cart? Sam's pointing in front. He's like, look, did he see that send? That's Harrison Kirkham. And Sam's like, can you overtake me like Harrison did? I want to see that overtake again. So, Yandrew, you've now been given permission by Mr. Lovelace to send him like no tomorrow. As, Sam dips a wheel over the edge, which is going to allow us to catch up by a tiny bit. Harrison has absolutely gone. But again, right, Yandrew, don't miss the apex. A little bit too wide, but not terrible. Not awful, but also not great. I really should have done this race. I would have absolutely smoked all of you guys like no tomorrow. What the hell? But, oh, look at that toe. Look at that toe. Go on, yeah, push Sam along and now send him. Go on, Andrew. Send him. Yeah, lovely send up the inside. We don't want to work with Sam. Sam can push us along. We've got people to catch. We've got places to go. We've got people to overtake. All of that kind of jazz. Anyway, we're going to skip forward a little bit to where we've closed into the back of Mr. Rory O'Regan. And you can see that we're in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So I think that means we're in 4th place? I'm not entirely sure. You can let me know down in the comments where we currently are. Again, apologies. I never went to primary school, so I missed out on things, as Harrison gets the most bullshit penalty known to mankind, but he's in 2nd. So sorry, I had to mention that. I had to do my boy Harrison a solid as well. But anyway, we're closing in onto Rory, and because Harrison has a penalty, that means we're now in 1, 2, 3, 1, which I'm pretty sure means that we're in 2nd. So we're currently in 2nd place now. And we're trying to challenge Rory for the win. Wait, hang on, that doesn't make sense because there's people in front of Rory. Okay, look, I'm really sorry, guys, but we're in a position and we're trying to overtake people. We're starting to catch up to this train of carts. As, oh my god, we almost made the apex properly. It's a miracle. And now we've got a full course yellow because there was a big incident going into this barrier on the left. You can see all of the carts there. They're having a tea party. But Yandru and like Harrison and Rory, we weren't invited because we're too fast. So the invitation from the mailman, it never actually arrived in time, because by the time the mailman arrived, we were gone. So he's been chasing us for, you know, the entire race to give us this invitation, but he's just too slow to deliver it. So with that said, we're going to skip now to the start of, or the race restart, which was only a few laps away. So here we go then for the race restart, and we are on the back of this group of karts, and it's going to be like a 3-minute super sprint to the end. We get a good run. We're right on the back of Mr. O'Regan, and the top two have already just gapped us like crazy. So I guess it's all about this battle for, well, near on third place, as Rory kind of pokes his nose to the inside. I don't know what he's doing there. And again, just wait for an opportunity to show itself, because at the end of the day, in all seriousness, at Go Yandru Go, it is very difficult to be able to overtake it. And there goes Harrison up the inside into the final corner. We're going to follow through, and that means that we are now up into, well, don't forget Harrison has a penalty, so we're in third. And Rory gives a little finger wag and says something, and Miles pulls off to the side, which means that we are now up into second place. Yandru is pulling off all of these cheeky light optical illusion sunset rainbow shenanigans to be able to gain these positions. Thankfully, the stewards don't know about these mad hacky-lacky like skills. So yeah, we're in second, and this is now the battle for first. So Yandru, there's no working together with Rory now. You gotta send him, buddy. You gotta absolutely murder him. So here we go then. As we head down the hill, we're too far back to go for a send into the final corner. Oh, nice run. Go on, get in the toe, give him a little... No, the grass makes you go slower, Andrew. Does he... Andrew, do you need glasses? Like, you know what the tarmac is, right? You weren't squeezed? Hang on, stop. We're going back. We're going back. There's no one alongside you. Why'd you do that, buddy? Anyway, let's just keep on playing from here. Rory's like probably looking behind him like, what on earth is this nincompoopy doing? As we're going to give Rory a little push. I think we were getting loaded from Cruz Speakman. From what I heard, Cruz was doing a lot of loading. I think maybe he's lost his job at McDonald's, and now he's looking for a job loading shipping containers. So he's practicing his loading skills now. Who knows? Anyway, we're too far back from Rory as we missed the apex. But I'm going to blame every single missed apex now on Cruz as we miss another apex. Okay, that was Yandru's own fault. He doesn't know the racing line. Doesn't know how to turn in from the outside of the circuit either. And we are on to the final lap of the race. Rory is too far away. He has a little look over his shoulder. Come on, super slipstream. Go on, Yandru. Look at this closing speed. Go on. Send him. Or rear end him. Anyway, through goes Cruz. And, well, who's that coming past on the outside? Go on, send him. I say send him. Defend the position. Make both apexes. Beautiful. And through we go. And go on, Cruz. Kill Rory, and let us go through. Get a penalty in it, and then we get to win the race. You little chicken, Cruz. Yeah. Go on, Yandru. Push him along. And anyway, there's going to be no overtake through the final corner. We're going to come through to... a little bit of pushy going on. But we're going to come through fourth on the road. But... Cruz got a penalty for smashing into Harrison's rear end coming into the pit lane. Harrison had a penalty, which means we take second. Hell yeah. And if we have a quick look at the championship, it means we are third place in the championship. Just 5 points behind Rory O'Regan, who is leading the championship. So it's still all to play for. And, well, yeah, let's see what happens at round 3, which will be at another circuit that karts go around. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed the memes and the banditry, both from Andrew, and myself. Make sure you subscribe to Andrew's channel for more great, insane karting videos.